Thank God I have my sister with me today. And Dad, of course. We're tying the last of the heifers in Jackson again. And the last one did the same thing this one is right now. Dad's phone died, so I'm sorry. I'm standing in the feeder waiting for this one to come up so I can tie her. It's a little bit dangerous when you got new ones tied to go in with them. So like this little heifer right next to Jackson here, it makes it easier because he's calm. You can go in with him. Pardon Rainy because she thinks that she's to help. And sorry, I'm out of breath because I still don't feel good, but I am punishing myself tonight. But that bitch on the end gave us one hell of a literally the same as this heifer is to Boogie, but the last one knocked Boog down. She was actually the calmest. She stayed in the lockups the entire time. The other two slipped their heads. So we took them first. So this is just so much fun. And I feel worthless because trying to get out of here is very hard to get back in. So she's going to be one of the worst toys I have so far. She's going into the end one, which is a pain in the butt to tie. And we're off. How you doing, bud? Good. Hurry up and get that gate. You've already been tied to Lainey.
We're better than that.
I know. The rest of my girls were better than this.
Hey, you were pretty nice sitting down there for so long. Tie the tail? Let's go forward.
Nope.
That's the wrong forward.
Everyone wants that hole.
That's the wrong forward.
Everyone wants this hole over here, but that's not an option. They don't get that hole because that's our hole to walk up to feed all the heifers over here.
Forward, forward, forward.
So, yes.
First video with the new phone, Cat S62. Actually, I just did a clip and wiped it out. Something I noticed. There, it's doing it. For some reason, pointing out the door here, and I'm not catching the door jamb or anything. Maybe it's raindrops. It's trying to focus on the ones that are closer. I don't know. But it's doing a little fuzzy zoom in and out. It's pretty bright, though. Naked-eyed, I can barely make out the grain bin. And I can't see the drum box that's on the other side of it, but it's right there on the camera. So we'll see how she does. In here, where there's more light, it seems to be not as jittery. Now it's doing that again in here. It didn't do that on my first attempt. Interesting. Of course, I'm right next to that post. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be as jittery as the old camera was. The old one was an S48. It seems to be a little brighter in the shop without the jitteries. So, and I haven't messed with it other than turned on. I haven't messed with settings or anything. I did, it was at 1080 and I dropped it to 720, I think it is. I think it stayed there. I don't know. It goes up on YouTube at 640 or 620. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe it's 360. I don't know. Whatever the lowest setting will go on YouTube, that's what you guys usually watch because that's what will actually upload in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, I'm going to start dinking with this thing. Maybe we can get the salt and mineral feeder cleaned out and get the water out of it from where there wasn't a cover. And get some fresh in it because it needs it. From there, I'm not sure where the day's going to go. It was a little nicer earlier when I came out. It wasn't raining. And now it is. So something I'm going to have to get used to is the old phone. It put my video time actually up in the corner of the picture. Easy to see. Yeah, this is at the top of the phone, and it's not the same direction as the picture. But it's there. It just took me a minute to find it. So, I'll show you whatever we do. Number one, brought me some tools. There's three. I got one sitting over here. Oh, and a calendar. These are for putting in O-rings or seals like we did on the cylinders. Since I'm kind of holding this half-assed one-handed, just imagine that was around before. And you get it on and you bring it around, shrinks it so that it will, I ain't got nothing to stick it in, but we'll just use a low spot in my glove. Get it in where it goes, open it up, take it out. You'll have that part in the groove, and all you got to do is push that part in. Yeah, you kind of get the idea if you've dealt with O-rings and seals and such. That's just a scrap I had. I didn't want to get back into there to actually get an O-ring to show you. She didn't pay much for them. They appear to be stainless, but they're magnetic stainless is what I can tell. They stick to a magnet, but not real good. Probably just because they're cheap. But, I mean, they look like they're decent enough to do the job. They don't quite fit the box they were shipped in, but I wish they laid down flat. This isn't too bad, but, you know, that saves room in the toolbox. This one's kind of stiff that way. Yeah, this one takes a little more room, and this one really doesn't lay flat. But that might be something we can tweak later. Just because, but for now, until we use them on something, I don't want to go doing any tweaking. And I got this thing laid up here, but if, you know, I know I got a little straighten in, but I found a few holes. One over there, another one here. They will all be in the roof part. And I looked at maybe swapping ends, but this end's got just as bad, so from getting crinkled. It'll work. They're on a high spot, which helps. Spray a little silicone on them. Probably be just fine. More rodeo. The one humped up there, taking a leak with the patches on her eyes. She was loose this morning. She slipped her halter. Still got the same halter. We may throw a piece of twine on it. Those blue.
If she does it again, I'm putting the big one on her. The Houdini couldn't even slip out of it.
Yeah, we do have a breaking halter. It's not too bad to tie with. She might get that because they can't get it off. But this morning, about 5:45, she was standing right behind where number one is, with her halter still in the hole. We just got her tied back up. And that's the spazoid that was next to her. I think the reason these two were spazzy yesterday is mainly that next one right there, because that next one right there, when number one and number two were trying to tie her, she let out one of those I'm dying bellers, and both these girls went, huh? I don't want nothing to do with that. So anyway,
I'm gonna put Jackson in her hole. She's gonna be a pain in the ass.
and of course Jackson there. At least it wasn't Jackson that slipped his halter and got somebody else. Just God only knows.
God knows we have one hell of a problem there.
Maybe. It wouldn't be the first time.
Not the last time, sure.
So, checking the video quality here. Y'all know how it is in the barn. I think that's looking pretty good, really. I mean, you know, what it's showing me. What it's actually going to look like later, I don't know. Hey, yeah, she begged me to come down and feed everybody else for her, so I still have to do that. Hey, look, some hay. I'm really getting tired of dragging bales because I don't want to go down. Rude! Because it, you know, gets a little harder pushing them up. And I can tell where we were in the summer. The first stack is pretty solid. This stack's not too bad. That stack, it was really dry when it got baled. The condition they are now, walking on them, I don't think the grapple will pick them up worth a damn. And that's that second cutting, and it's getting soft on top simply because, you know, what, 100 and some bales have been drugged across top of it in one spot. Yeah, she's having fun. It happens. One thing I don't like about this camera already, when you X out of camera and you're videoing, it comes back to take still pictures. Just trying to make a mesh with a little bit of tar. It's on there. I rolled this edge back. When I cut this, I rolled this here too, so it's different. And this whole edge is rolled. Focus. And those are spots where, from being kinked, it had holes.
This one's from Dad, though. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, that one over there is from me. I thought I was far enough out to miss the shot. Oh. Yeah, the end of the shot's actually right there when it's back. So that was close, right? I don't think there's any others, right? So I think it's done. I wish that stuff was on there a couple hours ago. We could put this thing up, but
with high winds, I don't think we're going to.
Just complain about high winds. Yeah. In the meantime, salt and mineral out in the weather. And yeah, I know it's not the straightest, but we did straighten what was easier to straighten. That focus. What the hell? Hello. Hey, look at that. Focus on my hand. Keep focusing on my hand. Look at that. That crease. That was a little much. It didn't want to. So anyway, that's my story on that. The wind's been blowing. It's supposed to start raining. I guess tomorrow's supposed to be really nasty. She's worried about taking this out there. Get it out there. Get it up. Get it done, right? What do you know? She decided that I could put the skid steer away, and she let them in. Usually it's the other way around. She insists that I let them in. But look who's first. Yep, Amy's the first one in. And look at that fancy new cover. It even matches those plastic barrels. Yeah, Amy wanted it, nobody else does. And it's starting to get kind of icky out here. The wind's been blowing and now the rain's finally getting here. The rain was supposed to have been here a few hours ago. But you know how that weather gussers are. So, I got one thing in the shop I want to show you quick. Then I'm going to call it the end of the video. Kind of sounds like I need to go tie something down out there, put something heavy on it. So, as most of you know, daughter number 2 works for a winery, as well as finishing up her diesels and power generation classes. This morning, she was getting off the forklift, bonked her head on the canopy, called her mother, told her mother what happened. Well, her mother couldn't go, so number 1 and I went, checked on her, make sure she's all right, because nobody's going to be there till 10 o'clock, and this is like at 8 o'clock. Yeah, she was fine, just bumped her head, no big deal. And I happened to see this thing there, and I asked her what the hell she did to it. The manager bought this thing. It's supposed to be a chair rack for folding chairs. Hang them on those, double deck it. But it's not supposed to be on that angle. I think they like $170 or something like that. Online, some cheap outfit. Obviously, there's deficiencies to it. They didn't have it filled to capacity when it did this. And it was loaded fairly even, you know, like maybe 4 chairs more on one side than the other. They got their money back. So, you know, kudos to the company they were dealing with. We don't know yet if the company wants the damaged merchandise back yet or not. So I either get to build a new one or fix this one and make it so it won't do that again. And the other thing on these things, you know, that's cute, hanging down where somebody can get caught on it. I mean, this you got to kind of have that. But why don't we make them fit a little better? So if I end up rebuilding this one, we'll make those fit better. and obviously do something different down there. So anywho, thought I'd show you that quick. You know, that's kind of like some of the side hills we got to farm around here. I don't know yet what we're going to do. I mean, new is obviously going to cost them a lot more than if I fix this one. It is what it is. So anyway, that's our day. Thanks for watching, everybody.